everyone, and welcome to the EVOLVE Voices podcast, a platform to hear about the fascinating stories behind the people that power global commerce. I am Mayssa Nasr, a marketing and growth consultant, and I am your Middle East host of EVOLVE Voices. Today, we're going to dive into the world of fintech, digital payments, and business expansion with Noel Moukheiber, the General Manager of MontyPay, which is an end-to-end payment solution provider. With a strong background in leadership and financial technology, Noel is at the forefront of the payment industry, making transactions seamless, secure, and accessible across global markets. So in this episode, we'll explore the evolving landscape of the digital payments and the challenges of scaling a fintech company. Noel, welcome to the Evolve Voices podcast, and thank you for accepting my invitation.
Thank you, Mayssa, for having me. I'm very happy to be part of this podcast, and I hope that we will share insightful topics with our audience.
Yes, I'm sure, hopefully. So, Noel, first thing first, can you tell us what led you to fintech and how did you become the general manager of MontyPay?
Sure, it's a long story. So let me tell you, I started my career in 2005. So I have 21 years of experience. Out of them, I have 4 years in experience in fintech. So when I started, my previous experience was more into technology, business development, and digital transformation.
Okay.
I started working in Apple products in 2005 for almost 5 years, and then I moved into telecom as a project manager for around 2 years. And then I moved to Malia Tech in 2012, where I launched a digital solutions business unit. We used to sell different digital solutions from international brands in all Middle East. And I stayed there for 9 years, and we used to work a lot with banks, telecom operators, retailers, and malls. And during COVID and during the economic situation in Lebanon, it wasn't easy to sell our solutions anymore. So we had to shift to e-commerce services. And by that time, we started helping retailers and businesses to go online, to integrate with payment gateways, logistics. And this is what led me into the e-commerce world. And this is what gave me the opportunity to move to fintech. So by end of 2020, I had the chance to meet Monty Group Chairman, Montasir Hashim, and he had the vision to launch a payment gateway. By that time, I thought that he already has a payment gateway and he wants me to handle the sales. But
Yes.
then I figured out that there is no payment gateway and we need to do it from scratch. So I did a lot of research. I met a lot of fintech experts, and I had to learn about the business models, technical infrastructure, and everything related to payments in a very short period of time. By April 2021, I moved to MontyPay. And in October 2021, we did our first live online transaction. And we had a small team of 7 people. And here I am after 4 years. I'm leading this company with an incredible team of around 40 people dedicated on MontyPay.
Nice. Beautiful story. So, Noel, you're now based in Lebanon, but MontyPay operates in over 50 countries, right? So what are for you the biggest challenges in managing payments, on such a global scale?
Yeah, you're right. So, first, the global e-commerce sales is projected to reach $7.9 trillion in 2027.
Okay.
So, in order to be part of this growth, we have to be available in multiple countries. So, today we have our headquarters in UK, and we have 7 offices. The main team is in Lebanon. The main operation is in Lebanon, and we have sales offices in Jordan, Nigeria, Indonesia, UAE, and Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
So first, we had the challenge to get the trust of the partners. In order to expand to more than 50 countries, we have done 20 partnerships, including Stripe, Flutterwave, and many others. So it wasn't easy to get their trust from the first stage as a new player. And one of our main partners is in Lebanon, France Bank, because in Lebanon we offer not only online payments, but also we offer POS payment services.
Okay.
So the main challenges that we faced during this period are two mainly, the payment methods and the regulations. As you know that in each country they have their own payment methods. So we have the international ones, MasterCard, Visa, and Amex. But in every
Yes.
country, there are local wallets, bank transfers, different payment methods available. For
Okay.
example, in Indonesia, we cover more than seven local wallets
Uh-huh.
that cover more than 80% market share of the payments in Indonesia.
Okay.
In Lebanon, you can see the rise of the new wallets now, like MyMonty, OMT, Wish, and many others.
Uh-huh.
Another example in Nigeria, they have their local a scheme. It's called Verve, and they use a lot bank-to-bank transfer to pay online.
Okay.
So, in order to compete in the market, we had to cover all these payment methods. This is why our partnership manager, he does a lot of research in every country that we need to penetrate. What kind of payment methods are available? We are also connected to crypto, so
Okay.
people can pay through crypto and the merchant can accept them locally. And the
Okay.
other challenge is the regulation because it's not the same. In every country, there are different regulations. And we need to understand the policies and procedures from each central bank to know how we can penetrate each market.
So in terms of regulations, so because these regulations are constantly evolving, actually, they don't remain the same. So how do you do it at MontyPay to stay compliant, while also remaining innovative in the different countries?
Yeah, you're right. The regulation is our biggest challenge because compliance is very important, and uh, here is comes the role of our compliance manager to stay updated on all the regulations, to be in touch with the central banks and with the local legal firms in each country. However, in our business model, in most of the countries, we act more as a technology provider. So we rely on our partners' license. So they
Uh,
have the responsibility to be compliant with the central bank. We act more as a technology provider. So the liability and responsibility is on them. However, in Lebanon, we have a financial institution on the group level. So we deal directly with the central bank, and we're applying for a PSP license in Nigeria and in Saudi Arabia.
okay.
So just to give you an example, that in Saudi, for example, we need to have a local office. We need to implement our infrastructure, our payment gateway on the local infrastructure
Uh-huh.
to be able to apply for a license. So, however, in other countries like in Kuwait, we operate remotely by just doing a partnership with NBK. So
Okay.
here we need to study each
Each market.
regulation, yeah, each market to put a plan how to penetrate.
Okay. Okay. So Noel, tell me, what trends do you see shaping the future of digital payments? Let's say in the next 5 to 10 years, because it's as I was saying, constantly evolving and changing. So, are there any trends that you can see from now for digital payments in the future?
Yeah, the problem is that there are a lot of trends, and this is fintech. It's very fast. There's a lot of technology, and in order to be innovative, we have to be at the same speed. So I
Okay.
will talk about multiple trends that are booming now, and I think that it will be growing in the coming 5 to 10 years. I will
Okay.
start with the payment orchestration, which is I can call it a smart payment gateway. It's a platform where it can be connected to multiple payment gateway, multiple acquirers, and multiple payment methods. It has all the features of the payment gateway, like the payment link, invoice link, the recurring payment for subscription. It has a built-in fraud management system, but the most important is that it has a smart routing and cascading engine where we can control the transaction of the merchant to be routed to the acquirer based on specific rules. I will give an example to make it easier.
Ah,
This solution is mainly used by large merchants and international merchants. Let's say a big merchant that has presence in Lebanon, UAE, and Europe. So instead of working with three gateways and having three platforms, he can just connect with one API and manage everything on one platform. and route the transactions coming from Lebanon to be accepted locally in Lebanon. Same for UAE, for Europe, and to enable the local payment methods. So
Okay.
usually these solutions decrease the transaction cost for big merchants, and
Mm-hmm.
it increases the acceptance rate.
Okay.
Also, if any transaction is declined with an acquirer, it can be routed to another acquirer to be accepted. Another solution that I would like to talk about is the soft POS as well. We can see a lot now businesses are accepting payments on their smartphone, so they do not need a payment terminal anymore.
Yes.
So usually this solution is used by small merchants, by taxi drivers, delivery people, where they can just accept payments, tap to pay on their smartphone,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very convenient for them instead of having a phone and another terminal. And here they also remove the cost of the payment terminals. There's a solution that I like a lot, and you can see it a lot in Europe, in US, and Middle East. We can see it a lot in Dubai and Saudi, which is the QR code based payment.
Okay.
Uh, Usually we go to the restaurant and we are used to scan the QR code to see the menu. Now with
Yes.
the new trend, you can see the menu, you can order online, you can see your invoice, we can split payments, we can add tips, and we can pay. So it's called a pay at table solution at the restaurants. It can be used at the hotels as well.
You
It's a
already
kind of a,
started it, right? You already started it. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
we started it and we're doing integrations with different point of sales because to be able to read the invoice from the restaurant, we need to be integrated with the point of sale like Omega, Bimpo, Squirrel, and many others. So this is the challenge that we have. But once integrated, everything will be seamless. And here the restaurant will collect the data of the customers, and it brings a very good customer experience for the user. It increases tips for the waiters. And at the hotels as well, you can just scan the QR in your room and pay and do the full checkout without going to the lobby.
Wow.
You know very well that the buy now pay later as well is one of the most payment methods that are growing globally and especially in Middle East. And the proof is that one of the most valuable fintech company in Middle East is Tabi.
Mm.
The valuation is $3.3 billion today. So this is a proof that the buy now pay later is growing, and I believe it's a win-win situation for both the merchants and the user. The
Yeah.
merchant will be selling more, and the user will have more purchasing power because he's splitting the payment up to four payments or more at 0% interest. And
Okay.
finally, so I'm talking a lot about the trends because there are a lot of trends in this
Yes.
field.
Please go ahead. Yes.
Finally, I would like to talk about the usage of the AI and machine learning in the payment platforms. You know that there are a lot of data in payment because we're collecting data of all the transactions from all the merchants coming from different countries. So
Yes.
all these data are connected and powered by AI engine and machine learning.
Uh-huh.
And this will help to define, based on specific rules that we put, to define the credit scoring of the users and of the merchants. And it will help in the decisioning for to provide loans or credit cards or any lending facilities in the future. Like if you want to launch a buy now pay later, so based on the credit scoring, we can decide the credit limit of each user. And
Mm.
it's also used for fraud prevention to
Yes.
prevent fraudulent transactions on the gateway.
Okay. Very interesting. Wow. So the world is changing actually with all these,
Exactly.
future digital payments. Okay. Um, so you have businesses from one side and you have customers from the other side in your industry, right? So how do you approach building trust with businesses and with customers? Because the fintech industry, security is key, right? You were talking about data, about AI and everything. So how do you build trust?
Yeah. Exactly. Security and trust are very important in fintech, especially that you are dealing in money and the customer's money. So our objective is to help our customers, our merchants, because our customers are the B2B, the businesses. So
Mm,
our objective is to help them to collect their money in a very seamless and secure way. So
yes.
first, on the technical level, we have a PCI DSS level one, which is the highest level of security in terms of technology and tokenization. And on the customers and business level, we deal with our merchants in full transparency from the pricing level to the policies, customer support. And we make sure to have dedicated people that support our customers from the onboarding until the integration and going live.
Okay.
So for us, the business model is not a one-time sale for our merchants. It's a very long-term relationship. This is why I remember that we have customers that started with us 4 years ago and they are still with us. So in our business, if you're receiving your money on time, you're satisfied from the pricing, from the payout to your bank account or wallet, there is no reason to change. So this is what we try to maintain with our customers, to be fully transparent. Even if we face any problem, we can be very transparent with them that we will never, your money will never be affected. So any technical issue, we will try to fix it immediately and make sure that our customers are satisfied.
Okay.
Regarding the users that buy
Mhm.
on our customers' website, as well, we need to show them the trust and we need to offer them a seamless checkout page um, that is easy to use, that has multiple payment methods, so they can also feel secure to put their card details and pay on our checkout page.
Okay. Okay. All right. And so in terms of MontyPay today, so you said that you are operating in 50 different countries, but we know that there are fintech giants that are dominating the industry. So what differentiates you today versus your competitors?
Yeah, there are fintech giants, especially for the company that started since more than 10 years, and they had the chance to benefit from the growth of payments during COVID, because
Mm,
COVID helped a lot e-commerce sales to grow and automatically the online payments. So
yes.
we differentiate ourselves in two main pillars, which are product innovation or product diversification and market expansion. A lot of our competitors, they focus on specific markets.
Mhm.
It's very important to focus, but we have another strategy. We focus and we diversify. So our company is covers Middle East, Africa. We have Nigeria, we have Indonesia, and we cover EU. And we are looking to expand at a later stage. So we are connecting multiple regions together, and this will help regional or international businesses to work with us as a one-stop shop for all their businesses. We can see a lot of big companies in Middle East that are just focused on specific countries in Middle East. So our strategy is to have a big market expansion. And
Mhm.
what helped me a lot, honestly, is that I am part of a large group, Monty
Okay.
Group, that already has a business since more than 25 years in telecom, which is Monty Mobile. And we have already presence in 17 countries. So the expansion for me wasn't so hard because we already have a team of our sister company in Latin America, Africa, Asia that already have offices and resources there. So we can test the market through them and then we can decide if we open or not.
Okay.
On the product level as well, there are a lot of companies that are focused on specific solutions like just online payments or QR code payment.
Mhm.
However, in MontyPay, we're covering multiple solutions. We started in 2021 in the online payments, and then we have developed the QR code payment solution. It's called the QCheck. And in November, we have launched the Smart POS in Lebanon through
Okay.
our partnership with Fransa Bank. And we're launching as well the soft POS, tap to pay on the phone in EU countries soon. And the most important that we have built in-house an omni-channel solution and dashboard that aggregates all payments in one system. So
Okay.
the merchant that has online and POS can manage all the transactions in one platform on a web and mobile app, and he can monitor all the transactions in real time. And that's not all. We're launching a loyalty program for the merchants to benefit from rewards and cashback based on their performance and based on specific targets that we put for them. And the most important aspect that we have, and the main advantage that we have, especially in Lebanon, and for us, Lebanon is a pilot test because we try everything here, and once we succeed, we try to replicate in other markets. Um, because we have a financial institution in Lebanon and we are licensed by the central bank to provide loans, we are offering SME lending services through our POS solutions and payment gateway. So the merchants that work with MontyPay for at least 6 months, and they show that they have consistent turnover on monthly basis, and we have some specific rules. If they meet these rules, they will be eligible to get a loan. And here we can help these startups and SMEs in having funds, especially in Lebanon, that loans are not available for the moment easily. And we will deduct their monthly fees from their monthly turnover. So this will help them as well to grow their business in Lebanon.
That's very interesting. So you said 6 months, right? You wait for 6 months for them to be eligible.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they can build their credit scoring with us, and we can see their performance over at least 6 months.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Noel, let's move a bit and talk about you and your leadership style. Um, what's your leadership style when you manage, especially that you are managing team across different regions, right? Different cultures too. So how do you define your leadership style?
I had the chance to start MontyPay from scratch, so I had the chance to hire the team from scratch. So for me, hiring the right people for the right roles is very important and very crucial, especially in fintech, because you need people that have experience in their positions, like the operation, compliance. So it's very important to choose the right people. I make sure that they understand their objectives and roles clearly on person level and on the company level. So at first, I provide close support and training in the initial stage, and
Okay.
then I empower them so they can make their decisions independently.
Mm,
And I keep on definitely coaching and mentoring my team so they can grow professionally. It's not easy to manage team across different countries and different cultures. So when I meet with someone in Indonesia, it's different than meeting my team in Nigeria, other
yes.
than the time zone. So I have a full schedule that in Indonesia I have to meet them in the morning time at Lebanon.
Yes.
I have another schedule for Nigeria, and I
Okay.
try as much as we can to adapt to different work styles and to stay connected with them despite the distance, and to make them feel that they are part of the team and not working alone, especially that our main operation is in Lebanon. So in some countries we have one or two people. So
Okay.
we try to make them feel that they are part of the team. For me, I focus a lot on head of departments because I believe that there's a big role for the head of departments to have the same mindset and the same mentality as me, so
Uh-huh.
they can also empower their team and take care of their team. And the role of the head of departments as well is to take care of our regional team members as well.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um, so you kind of actually created this small startup within a larger group, right? MontyPay. So you created it from scratch. But if you had to come up and create today and launch a fintech startup without actually the support of such a large group, And if you had one gap in the market that you would like to focus on, what would that be?
It's not easy to launch a fintech without a large group. You need the big support, especially that the business model in our in fintech is not instant and quick. It require some time to start getting income. However, I would focus on the SME lending and micro merchants lending, even
Mm,
though I will not be the lender because I will not
yeah.
be supported by large group, but I can bring the technology and the engine, and I can partner with lenders or banks to provide the lending. So by implementing the AI and machine learning on the transactions processed on the payment gateway and POS, we can
Mm,
identify the credit scoring and we can minimize the risk to provide loans for merchants.
okay.
So and as you know that the income from or the profit from lending is high for
Yes.
fintech companies and for banks. Usually, the income is very small on the acquiring and on the issuing part. They get more income on from lending services.
Wow.
So and there is a big need and gap in the market for loans. So I think that if you bring this solution to the market, it will be a win-win solution for the fintech company to be able to provide loans and to have a quick return on the investment, and for the merchants as well to have easy access based on their performance. And the more their volume will increase, the more the bigger loan they can have to grow their business.
And is this only applicable for Lebanon or for any country?
In Lebanon, we're doing it ourselves because we have the FI.
Yes.
However, in another country, I have the transactions, I have the credit scoring, so I can partner with a lending platform or lending financial institution to
Yes.
provide the loans, but I will provide the data and I will
Yes.
provide the customers' details. So, and there are a lot of fintech companies that provide loans, but they are not the lenders and they do not handle the liability. They just provide the data and the credit scoring and the technology.
Mm,
And there's another financial institution that comes and provide the loan.
okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Noel, I know that you're leading other businesses also, right? You're running other businesses. What are these other businesses? If you can just tell us about them first.
Yeah, actually, my other side of MontyPay, I have a Taekwondo academy. I used to be a Taekwondo player since a long time, and I started teaching Taekwondo in 2004. Um, so I had like 70, 60, 70 students by that time, and around 2009 or 10, I started expanding Taekwondo. And today I have 7 academies in Lebanon. I have more than 8 instructors supporting me, and we're training more than 300 students from 4 years old to black belts and senior people. So it's a passion, and I do not call it a business. It's a passion for me. And when I go to Taekwondo, I am disconnected from work. So sometimes you can see me having big meetings and closing big partnerships. And after 30 minutes, you can see me teaching small kids to play Taekwondo. But today, due to my position and time, I'm more relying on my team and my instructors to handle Taekwondo. I usually support them and manage them. I empower them the same way I empower my MontyPay team. I trust them and they are handling all the trainings. I go 2 to 3 times per week just to monitor the black belts training because they have continuous local championships and international championships. And because I like technology, I have built a full digital platform to manage all my Taekwondo business remotely. So I have a web platform as well to manage all my students, new students, invoices, attendance, belts, everything, with a mobile app for each of the instructors and the parents to manage as well the updates. So it's all about time management, delegation, and putting priorities.
That's very interesting. And also because so you're a leader here and there, right? And I don't know,
Exactly.
you were saying there are similarities so that you lead both team, in the same way, although, they are two different complete industries. But again, in terms of leadership qualities, uh, what do you say are the qualities that you have developed over the years? How did you evolve in terms of leaders, be it, in the taekwondo industry or at MontyPay?
Yeah, after 20 years, I can say that I gained a lot of experience and I learned a lot from my mistakes, from different mentors, and from different situations that I faced. And I believe that the best quality that I have, which is common between Taekwondo and MontyPay, is discipline and consistency.
Okay.
Because I believe that nothing comes easy and nothing comes fast. So it's the same journey of an athlete or a taekwondo player or any athlete. You have to train a lot to be able to succeed. You cannot just train 30 days before the competition and expect to win. It's a very long journey. It's you will face a lot of challenges and obstacles. People train 4 years to be able to get the chance to qualify to Olympics. And
Mm.
during these 4 years, they have a lot of up and downs. They have pain, injuries, and many other challenges. And this is the same mindset that we have in MontyPay. Um, it's a long journey. It's not easy, but when you reach the top, you will enjoy the success. So we need to keep focused, and we should have discipline and consistency all the time. And as we live in Lebanon, you know that we all have a built-in resilience
Yes.
quality. So, despite all the challenges and obstacles we faced, we are still moving forward. So, I think that every Lebanese person has this quality.
Noel, I'm interested to know actually the process of hiring. What's your process when you want to hire people and when you want to build, this strong team? How do you do it? How do you find the right people? Is it qualification based or is it more personality based? How do you go around that?
I learned something very important from a good friend and a good mentor. Um uh, and it's a true story because we tested it as well, which is to hire slowly and to fire quickly. So when there's someone that should not be part of the culture, we should directly take decision and not giving him the chance. When you really feel that he shouldn't be in the team, uh, for me, hiring the right people is very crucial in fintech and in every business. And it's very important to find people in fintech and payments. And here, we definitely look at the technical skills, but for me, there are three main pillars that we focus on, which are the skills, the mindset, and the attitude. And I give here priority to candidates who are adaptable. They can adapt to different situations. They have the problem-solving skills, and they have the ability to grow, and they have the growth oriented mindset. So beyond technical skills, I believe that these pillars are very important, and to be aligned with MontyPay's vision and values. And
Mm.
once onboarded, we fully support them with continuous learning, coaching, and mentorship.
Okay. So you're talking about mentorship, and growth mindset. And you as a leader, how do you, keep evolving, and make sure that you have this growth mindset all the time?
You have to stay updated on all the trends, not only on the payment level, but also on the management level. I usually meet a lot of fintech experts and management people to try to engage with them and to share knowledge and experience. I attend a lot of events and I do a lot of research. I usually like to listen to podcasts and interviews, and I watch a lot of CEOs, payment CEOs interviews, and try to learn from the best. So we also do a lot of competitive studies and analysis in the market, and we try to see our competitors, what kind of license they have, what kind of technology, which market they are penetrating to learn from others as well. And we do a lot of brainstorming together with the team and with our chairman to stay innovative and to stay ahead of the competition.
Okay, okay. Noel, has your experience as a Taekwondo coach and as the founder of this Taekwondo Academy influenced in a way or another your leadership style at MontyPay?
Yeah, definitely. And it shaped my leadership in a positive way. It's positive for me, but for my team, I'm not sure because I push them a lot. Um, in Taekwondo, we learn to be very competitive and very hard workers. And as an athlete and as a coach, also we push a lot our students to continue even when they are tired, when they are bored. So we push them a lot to their limit. And so they can learn that they should not give up and never give up, no matter what. So this is the same leadership style that I use at MontyPay. I put a target, so it's like a competition for me. So I put a target and I keep pushing the team despite all the challenges and everything that we face to keep focused and to move forward. During our journey, we will face a lot of challenges, and we already faced a lot of obstacles and challenges during the 4 years. But when I look back at last year or at the years before, and I see what kind of achievements we have done, you forget all the pain and the bad days that we have faced. So I think it's part of every entrepreneur's journey and every startup journey. It's different from working at a company that is already at the comfort zone and already working and profitable. So it's very
Okay.
challenging for me.
So in terms of mindsets, if you want to think about, the key mindset lessons from sports, that you can apply to your career. So it's mainly have this competition, right, mindset and be resilient and what else? Do not, take your failures as learning
Yeah,
for.
there's a quote that I like a lot, and we use it in Taekwondo. We tell the team that fall down 7 times and stand up 8. So it doesn't matter how many times you fall, you have to stand up and to continue.
Mm,
And the nice part is when you prove it right. In Taekwondo, I had a lot of students who really lost many times, and some people they stopped, and other people they lost, and they kept on training and improving themselves until they really won and they reached a very high level in Taekwondo, not only on the local level but also on the international level.
okay.
So it's very similar to businesses. I know a lot of entrepreneurs that have stopped on the first fall and they did not continue, and others they keep on striving until they succeed.
Mm,
So success is very nice, but it needs a lot of efforts and consistency. And once done, it really makes you forget all the pain and hard times that you had.
yes, yes. Wow, that's wonderful. What's the best advice actually that you've ever received about running a business?
Um During one of my meetings with investors, he told me something that I still remember, which is he told me to find the pain points of my customers and to find a solution that will solve these pain points. So I think that this is very important and very good advice for entrepreneurs or anyone that is launching a business,
Mm,
that the solution or the product that he's offering, it should solve something. It should solve a gap or a pain point or a problem for the customer. And once you find this solution, your product will be a necessity and not a nice to have solution. And this
mm,
is where you can sell more and you can succeed more, because it will not be optional for. And I felt this difference because the solution that we used to sell before moving to MontyPay, some of the solutions were nice to have, um,
not must.
and it was optional, and they had the budget and they enjoyed having it. But during the economic situation and when businesses were not doing well, they automatically stopped spending on every nice to have solution, but they cannot stop spending on the necessity
True.
solution. So uh, the business should be based on filling gaps and covering pain points of customers.
True. True. Noel, do you believe in work-life balance? How do you maintain actually your work-life balance?
Yeah, definitely. I believe in work-life balance, and we should have a work-life balance. It's not healthy not to have a work-life balance. Um, Being an entrepreneur is very stressful, but when you are an entrepreneur, you get used to it, and it becomes normal. So for me, we have to benefit from the time that we have, not only to have a work family balance, but to work life balance, because you have work, you have family, and you have the personal growth. So for
Yes.
me, I train every morning before starting my day at MontyPay. Sometimes I just train 30 minutes, but it gives me a boost for my day. I feel more productive when I train in the morning. It's very important to find some hobbies and some activities that you enjoy doing it alone or with a team. So
Uh-huh.
for me as well, I started playing paddle 6 months ago, and it's becoming an
Nice.
addiction. It's very social, and really I get disconnected from work.
Yes.
And managing family and work is not easy, because definitely family is priority, but when you are involved a lot and at work also, there are a lot of priorities. So for me, I make sure to keep the weekends for my family, to make my business trips very short, 4 to 5 days, and not to be away a lot from my family. And I usually compensate when I have events or I am away, so I try to compensate the days or the week after with my family, especially for my son. So I make sure to have quality time with him as much as we can.
Yes, yes, nice. Noel, I know that you also help your wife manages her own business. Your wife is a very good dietitian, so you're all about health, right, in the family. Uh,
Exactly.
so, if you have to give, one small health habit that you believe make a big difference for business leaders today, what would this, small habit be?
Uh, Actually, they have to take care of their physical fitness. So I would suggest that if they cannot train every day, at least they train 3 times per day, and really their life will change. They will be more energetic. They will have more focus, and they will be more productive. Definitely, they should eat healthy.
Mm,
As you mentioned, my wife is a dietitian and she has a diet center, so I'm lucky that she's taking care of my
yeah.
health. But eating healthy will definitely help everyone to stay fit, to be more productive, and we are what we eat. So we cannot eat unhealthy food and feel strong all the day.
Mm,
So and we need all this energy. So it's very important to have the energy all the day and to have the same energy that we have in the morning at the end of the day. So I think that food is very important on this level. Other than sports and health, I would suggest also the entrepreneurs and young people to plan their day the night before because you are very productive in the morning and you don't want to lose time to plan your day. So when you have already pre-planned the night before, so you can just start the day with a very organized and planned schedule. So it's this is something that I do, and it helps me a lot to start my day in full focus.
I think that's a very good advice. Noel, what's next for you in fintech, in entrepreneurship, in personal projects? What's next for Noel?
I believe in fintech and in MontyPay, we are still in the early stage. We have a lot of plans. Our vision
Okay.
is really big, and we have a goal to start processing billions of dollars in volume very soon.
Okay.
The focus this year is to launch. We already launched the POS, but to take a big market share in Lebanon in the smart POS, especially that we have a lot of advantages, and merchants now are accepting more card payments, and people are now paying more with their cards and wallets. So we did a great job in the first quarter, and we have a big plan for the coming year, especially before summer. We also opened an office in Saudi, so my target and focus is to launch the operation in Saudi and to get the certification from SAMA before end of year. So this is a big challenge for us, but launching MontyPay in Saudi is a big added value, and because our business is based on large volume, so I believe that Saudi will help us to reach the target.
Uh-huh.
Beyond fintech, I focus on my taekwondo team, not on the business level, but more on the team and black belts level. We have a lot of local tournaments and international tournaments. So first, I make sure that my team try to win the Lebanese championships and to be in the national team. And once they are in the national team, they will be participating in Asia championships and world championships, each in his category. So we try to do as much as we can to help them succeed. Um, yeah, my wife is managing the diet center. I helped her in the lunch, and I am helping her as much as I can, but she's taking care of the full management. But for us, it's like a family business that we can grow, and we can put all our experience from her side as a dietitian and food safety experience, and from my side as management to expand this business in Lebanon and maybe outside Lebanon. And on personal level, my son is my top priority, so I will make sure to be always by his side and support him. I wish that he will become a champion in taekwondo or other than taekwondo, but I hope that he will reach a good level of in sports in general.
Nice, nice. Very inspiring. Um, we're almost at the end of the podcast. I still have like 2 to 3 questions to ask you. The first one would be if you have one piece of advice, only one, to, give today to young professionals who are looking to succeed in leadership positions, what would this advice be?
Uh, I would advise that they stay outside their comfort zone, because being in the comfort zone will kill their ambition and their motivation.
Mm,
So they should always look to stay productive and to stay out of the comfort zone.
okay, nice. Noel, how do you want to be remembered as a leader?
Um, I would like to be remembered as a leader who truly believes in his team, support them in every step of the way, and leads by their side and not from the top. I like also to be remembered as the person who keeps pushing them when they are down or tired, and let them be the best version of themselves.
Nice. My last question for you that I like to ask all my guests. If you have one book recommendation, what would it be? Which book?
I will recommend a book, however, I like to be honest. I don't read books a lot. Uh, I do more research and read articles, and because I don't have time, I usually watch interviews and podcasts during my when I'm driving to work or at the gym.
Okay.
However, I read a book before because I liked the title. It's called Good to Great. It's by
Okay.
Jim Collins, and it talks about how companies transition from being a good company to become an exceptional performance.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Good book recommendation. Perfect. Noel, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks a lot for
Thank
your
you,
time.
Mayssa.
Thanks a lot for opening up. And for
Thank
all
you.
our listeners, thank you for tuning in up until the end. And as usual, keep evolving.
Great. So this was another great episode. Evolve Voices is a podcast from Evolve Commerce Club, the #1 private community, where we connect senior commerce professionals in more than 40 markets. Every week, we invite one expert to share their perspective and their knowledge. If you want to know more about Evolve, look at the link in this episode description to request your invitation. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.